All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all infinite praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops across the four winds of the earth that puts in teaching the truth and our sincerity and righteousness, as well as your brothers, your Akim, that also puts in teaching the truth. And shalom to the Akwakim and your very few sisters who are obeying the order and keeping the faith in the last days and doing what y'all need to be doing. And shalom to the Lord's elect, the 144,000 and 1/3. Shalom to y'all, as we call ourselves the hopeful elect. Coming back to you through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, with another lesson in exaltation, Lord's will is quick and edifying, straight to the point. And yeah, just like I said, Lord's will it is quick, cause it's just a quick hit. It's just something I've been, what I'm saying, ever since, I watched the well, first of all, let me just go into, what I'm saying, um, there been another incident. Well, I want to say incident, because if you look at it spiritually, it's edification, right? At the end of the day, in these times, these type of situations are going to come to the man of the Lord, because you know what I'm saying, it's persecution. You end up having another brother end up getting persecuted. You know what I'm saying? But this brother, he was, was prophesying, and um, he was going into, saying the crimes of Esau, and how he, you know, robbed everything that he desires. You know what I'm saying? He took this land from Gad, from the Northern Kingdom, and he you know, constantly just take and take and take just through deceit, through deceit, right? Through his lies and his smooth talking, and the devil is crafty, right? And as he was going into, I think he was just about to bring out Job 9:24, and this devil came up, and the brother just smelled his spirit right away. The brother smelled his spirit right away, and I say smell like like we can smell spirit, but really, what I mean. The brother hit, what I'm saying, it clicked to the brother that this man is on some funny shit, right? So of course they started talking or whatever, but the brother's trying to figure out like what's going on, what's your problem, you know what I'm saying, why you here, because again the brother already know, what I'm saying, this guy's spirit. So what I'm saying, the guy, what I'm saying, he already know. He just uh 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 started trying to act tough, trying to act tough and trying to press him, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess he's trying to press him or whatever, right? And the brother just constantly telling him, man, hey, listen, whatever the fuck you talking about, I don't give a damn, right? I'm preaching scriptures. I'm preaching the gospel. You know what I'm saying? I'm exposing your ass, right? You an Edomite, right? You red face ass motherfucker, right? Brother just giving to him straight. Hey, you're the devil that the Bible speaks of. You're an Edomite, and you going into slavery, right? If you're not one of these people on this on this chart here, the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Judah all the way down to Issachar. If you're not one of these people, then you're going into slavery. You will go into slavery, right? And of course, the devil got heated. He got heated. And when the brother about to bring out Joe 9:24, here go the devil, pull out his little, what I'm saying, 1911. I believe that what it was too, a 1911, right? He pulled that motherfucker out, cock it, and aim it at the brother, you know. But then, you know what I'm saying, if you actually pay attention, you know, and I was watching it from the brother over there in Hawaii, GMS fuck, me not knowing these brothers' names. Fuck, excuse me. But anyways, I was writing from another brother's page, but the actual brother that this happened to, his channel is Voice of Jacob Serving Yahweh, right? And I believe it's the number 7 at the end. You know, but with all this been going on, right, you got the devil just stated aiming the gun at the brother, and the brother staying calm. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay calm, cool, collected, watching this devil move. You know what I'm saying? Trying not to, what I'm saying, escalate it further or anything like that, right? Being circumspect. So, this devil just stayed flogging around, and he starts getting a little more prideful. A little bit more prideful. Start calling him, what I'm saying, the hard R and shit like that, right? And the brother perceiving like he could be drunk or whatever, right? Uh then, you know, came a moment when the brother when the brother put his phone in his pocket, he pointed to the camera on this devil. And the devil like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. In one moment, he raised his gun up, and the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai came upon that brother. And he saw the opportunity, grabbed the gun, and subdued the devil. This brother beat the shit out of this devil ass. Right? Not to a point where he not be able to move, not out anything, right? He's still been talking. He's still been talking. He's been still trying to talk shit or whatever, or apologizing, whatever the fuck he been doing, right? But no, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Al Shai came upon this brother, man. And I don't mean like the, I'm saying, the spiritual power, of course, but spirit guided this brother. The Lord protected this brother, man. That was protection from Yahweh Shem Al Shai, you know? And then of course, the spirit been the brother Zil been hot, man. Going in on the devil. You know what I'm saying? You can't fuck with me, nigga. You can't fuck with me, nigga. I'm crazy, nigga, right? And truthfully say, the Israelites, we are some crazy people, man. You know? Jake is crazy. But we are a good kind of crazy. We're a good kind of crazy. You know? We not Esau crazy. You know? We 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 are sons of the Most High, man. You know, we do crazy things. The Lord can also do crazy things too, Jake. You know what I'm saying? Right? Or the Esau to the heathens, anybody. The Lord can do crazy things to anybody. But that goes to say, man, in these times, man, it could be more. It could be more situations like that. They're gonna pop off. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing what's gonna happen. You know, not knowing how it's gonna be led, how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? How the situation going to escalate. You could be out in the highways and hedges, man. We are literally, literally, literally. Excuse me. I gotta say it multiple times to literally just make it dramatic or whatever. But it's true. We're giving our lives for this thing, man. You know, we are literally giving our lives for this. That thought may not click in with certain brothers, but yet it gotta be meditated on, man. We are really risking our lives for this. Count the cost of this thing, man. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. Right? There's gonna be many situations you're gonna be tempted to do something, but you got to use wisdom. You got to trust in the Lord, right? You got to ultimately trust in Yahweh Bashem Shai. Cause only through Him, through those names, having faith in Yahweh Bashem Shai and believing in those names, you will be guided, right? You will be guided. You will be protected. right? They get a precept. Now I got out of what I wanted to say, and I would play the video, but you know, uh, ain't really. I mean, I can put the video down below for anybody that want to check it out, you know. But it's just I just want to do like a almost like a checkup slash warning, you know, well more of a warning really. Anyways, let's get the scripture. Mm, mm, mm. 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Mm, and I'll start at verse 1. Might as well. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 1. And now, so like now I, Paul, myself beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of of Hamashiach, who in presence am base among you, but being absent am bold toward you. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence, wherewith I think to be bold against some which think of us as if we walk according to the flesh. You know, we don't war after the flesh, man. You know, we don't just like it says in verse 3, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. We are spiritual men. We're spiritual men. Yeah, we get heated and want to cuss people out and just, you know what I'm saying, let loose, but we can't. We can't. We can't. We can't. We not going to use we ain't going to use no brass knuckles. You know what I'm saying? No nunchucks. You know, bow staff. Right? We ain't gonna put no sticks out, no anything like that, no knives or nothing. No, we are spiritual men. We're just gonna bring this word out. If you don't agree, cool, whatever. Next caller. Next caller. You want to answer? Okay, next caller to the next. We not worried about none of you niggas, none of you folly ass motherfuckers, man. You wicked ass people. As much as we've been coming out to preach to you and bring out this truth, y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't want to continue to live in this wicked ass world and continue to trust in the system. Yet the Lord is on his way, and there's more silence of the chariots. You know what I'm saying? World War III is ramping up. You got more chaos running rapping in America. So what the fuck more receipts? How how much more prophecy? How much prophecy must speak? How loudly must it speak for any of you dumbass motherfuckers to hear? It's a shame, man. In verse 4, main point, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. We constantly bringing down the stronghold of Christianity. You know, every time the talk of, you know what I'm saying, Jesus love everybody, Jesus, you know what I'm saying, what? God loves everybody. He gave his only begotten son for the whole world. This, not the third. No, it's so much precepts that can back up the fact that the Lord is not dealing with the whole world. And the world that he's speaking of in John 3:16 is the Israelites. Through further research and through looking this stuff up, looking words up, right? You know, come on now. Study to show that self approved, right? And the scriptures say that in verse 5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of the anointed and having it in a and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. So we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. We ought to obey the Most High Yahweh, right through His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, right through the Spirit of Hakodash, rather than these fake ass religions, these weird ass philosophies. You know, see these wicked practices. Man, this shit is so backwards. Esau has turned his world completely backwards. That's why when Yahweh shall bring judgment upon this place, and when Yahweh shall come back to redeem his elect, it's game over for you fucking devils, man. Do you not listen? Do you not know how powerful this is? Unlimited. We're talking about a power that has literally a grip on your soul, on your spirit. But yeah, you wanna go against his chosen. You wanna go against his chosen, his sons. Do you not know who the fuck we are, nigga? Let me comment for that before I go on to see something else that you know what I'm saying. But see, yet Esau just completely blind with fucking power. Esau is blind with power. He's completely drunk with fucking pride. You know? He's completely drunk with pride. Ain't nothing gonna stop this devil and getting what he wants. That's why a standard shall be lifted. That power is gonna be upon the man of the Lord. Esau, you're not gonna win this fight, my nigga. As much as you done to the children of Israel, the Lord gonna make sure you fucking suffer. You and all your fucking people, nigga. Here and in slavery. You just getting a taste of it here. Trust and believe you only getting a taste of it here. Just you would rather want it here than in the kingdom. Trust and fucking believe. Trust and fucking believe. You would rather want to die here in America than to want to be a slave in our kingdom, which you already going to be any fucking way. So it don't matter what the fuck you want. It doesn't matter how you feel. Nigga, fuck you and fuck your kingdom. The word of the Israelites is coming back, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, was the name, those names will be glorified amongst the whole earth. Y'all don't bow down to those names, then you just could be cut off. You know? And in the kingdom, you're going to worship him. You're going to worship him. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to worship Yahweh Shemel Shai. Everybody going to worship Yahweh Shemel Shai. When all is said and done, everybody will bend, bow. All you will bow the knee, you will bow your face, all you will bow to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Everybody will. You know? So as the title of this video say, stay locked in. You know? Stay locked in. And I want to go back to, I had brought this out in my last video that I did earlier, but I want to bring this out again. I want to read down a little further. Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou couldn't serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Excuse me. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient without art changed to a lower estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. That's all we have to do. We just gotta constantly, you know what I'm saying, just dwell in the spirit, constantly pray. Verse 7. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. That brother feared the Lord. He feared Yahweh Shemel Shai. Therefore, he waited for the Lord. He waited for his mercy, and the Lord delivered it. The Lord delivered that man out of that evil, out of the hand of that wicked ass devil, and called Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai for expressing the spirit upon that man to that brother to beat the living crap out of that man. Barakatha Yahweh Shemel Shai. Verse 8. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Salakia. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Right? And this is what I want to get. Verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his spirit and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy and long suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. Did not the Lord do that with that brother? So we just gotta constantly trust in the Lord and just wait upon his mercy. The Lord is always on time, man. Always on time. Always. No matter how the situation looks, he's always on time. Always. You know? Yeah, that's matter of fact, I'll jump down to verse 17. 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well, pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men, for as his majesty is, so is his mercy. We rather obey Yahweh Shemel rather than men. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end it by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chakradash. Double honor to the apostles and elder bishops that brought this like that teaches this 100% truth, man. Right? And shalom to the rest of the elect. Shalom. May you brothers and sisters continue to be